Correcting Thoughts in Unified English session, and we are on our day 2 practice. We are learning a lot, and it's been a huge journey to understand all the concepts, from centering in the heart to knowing our greater self, and then releasing ourselves from the burden of carrying the hurt and pain due to somebody and or some event. And we are here to know our thoughts. Correcting happens automatically when we know really what these are my thinkings. Our journey started when we heard that, you do something and then you create karma. And quietly, for a very long time, we have been thinking the way we have been thinking. We never paid attention to our thoughts. But here, Babaji is telling us, reminding us that your thoughts are everything that you see all around you. You have created your world with your thought. So today, I would like to thank all of you for being on the journey together so far. And it has been a great change within the moment we affirm that we are made in the image of God and all the God qualities are mine. And one by one, we claim all those qualities. When we sing, when we enjoy, when we make it our own, we dance with it, we become one with it. So, and also dealing with uninvited influences. These exercises may feel us more sleepy, more tired, so you may want to sleep little more. To have a good practice of meditation in awareness, you really need to be rested well. Just do not take it as a to-do list and I want to do it, but we really have to make ourselves available. So sleeping on time, waking up on time, picking up right time to practice the exercise. And when we are coming here, always do your aura cleaning whenever you join on the Zoom. And wherever you go out, all that practices that we have learned, just keep doing it. And connecting with love field, with everything and anything, then we remember or we think of, all the thought forms, keep clearing them. You will be in a better place every day. You will realize that, wow, it was just this much. It was all in my control and I was not aware of it. So having said that, I would hand over the session to Nehaji. Today she will summarize the chapter very beautifully to all of us. And then let us get ready for a beautiful meditation. Welcome, Nehaji.
Thank you, Preeti ji. Thank you again for a wonderful reminder of all the practices and bringing us together with this in this unified field every day. So thank you to you and Shailesh ji. You're already like every day, each day the session is so enlightening. Even as we have read this book a couple of times, but still every time it's like a new understanding, and it is getting better and better with the whole group energy. I would say that everybody's working on themselves, and everybody's working on themselves, and yes, absolutely, yes. So I welcome everyone again, and it is very nice to see all of you again in this unified field, and we are on a very interesting chapter, and also a very interesting technique that has been told to look at our mind, to look at the nature of our thoughts. So correcting thoughts, like Preeti ji said, once we know the nature of our thoughts, we will correct it. So that will be the outcome of just being aware of the content of the mind. But if we come back to the chapter, it says that everything in the universe began with a thought, specifically God's thought of creation, which obviously he thought of certain experiences, right? Love, happiness, bliss, truth, pure intelligence. So with that intent, he thought, and with that intent, he created that thought, and with that intent, he created the entire creation. So in the most basic sense, we are the thought of God, and so is everything else in this creation. Since everything and everyone, whatever we can perceive, whatever we cannot perceive, is part of the same thought. So naturally, we are interconnected within everything. We are connected with everything. It is indivisible. It says it is indivisible, meaning that all aspects of creation are interconnected and part of the same thought, and they are as whole and complete. So it tells that the thoughts are powerful and fundamental because they are the starting point for all forms of existence. So it says in one of the lines that God is not separate from his thought. So like a wave is never separate from the ocean, God is never separate from his thought too. And similarly, my thought is not separate from me. So we always forget with our little minds that we are part of a vast ocean. Our little minds are not separate from that omnipotent mind of God. We are in that mind. So beneath the wave of our consciousness, our experiences, is the infinite ocean of consciousness. So, but the wave forgets that it is part of the ocean. And then we experience illusion, we experience delusion, and we experience those things which are not God's plan, like the experiences of pain, hurt. So mind is, when we consider ourselves separate, then mind is weakened by the limitations. We identify ourselves with the body self a lot. This is very, very interesting, I found, because we really don't know the capability of our mind. We will be surprised once we start to dig in how much we can do. We are not just our little mind thinking our little own thoughts. We are connected to the ocean of thoughts in this entire universal consciousness. So that makes me and God one. It says, right? That is why God is not separate from his thought any more than you are separate from your thoughts. And that is why you are one with God. That's the only way we can understand it. That's why I gave the ocean and wave example, because just to make it more clearer. So it says that there's one more line, that in our most refined state, we are really that thought. So what is our most refined state? Refined state of what? The refined state of our awareness, that we are nothing but we are one with those qualities. We are gods. We are the creators. Now, since everything in this entire cosmos, every single atom and every single soul is created in that thought, that means everything that exists is a part of that thought, and everything was produced with the same divine qualities. So even though everything appears in different forms to us, but since everything is created with that common denominator of love, we have learned we are interconnected with every aspect of creation. So if we choose to tune into any aspect of creation, we can get more knowledge about it by tuning into that part of God's thought. For that, we also have to be in that vibration. So we have discussed in earlier chapters that we are infinite wisdom exists within us, that intelligence. So when we align ourselves slowly through our experiences, we actually eventually realize that infinite wisdom, and which creates the experiences of joy, peace, abundance, right? What is mentioned in the book. Now, it said that it says that you are also a creator. So God is a creator. He said, I am creator and I want to experience my creation. And the experience is this: joy, peace, happiness, and all. So here I give you God qualities. He has made us in his image, and he gave us free will to make our own creations. Now, the question which came to me today was, why did he give free will when he knows that we may not create those experiences which have joy, which have abundance and all that? I mean, he's all knowing, so he should know that, right? Why did he give free will? So I felt that he probably trusts us too much, that we go create our own experience and then learn from that experience, get the knowing, and then slowly align ourselves with those qualities. So he's not forcing us, just he's not forcing us that align yourselves. In fact, he's giving us the choice. He said, you are perfect, whole, and complete, but I will delete this information from your mind so that you just don't blindly follow this. You find out, go make those experiences, create those experiences, and find out that you are nothing, but you are made in the image of God. That means you basically learn through your own discernment, through your own judgment, that whatever experience I created, now I don't want that experience. So I move into this quality. So he wants us to take that choice to willingly, be aligned with our qualities. So he says that even our seeming errors, struggles, and pain point to our divinity and perfection. So now we all know, we have done past few chapters, we have realized, looking at our past, that how it was necessary for us to experience those events, as they made us realize that this is not we want. In fact, that's the only reason our mind has the ability to go in the past. To go in the past, learn. Otherwise, there is no reason to go in the past because it doesn't exist. It's just a habit that we have developed to always just get lost in the things of past. But the real reason is to go in the past, learn, and use your judgment. It says that we are sovereign creators. That means we have the liberty, we have the freedom to create anything less than perfect. Like how we cook something, and sometimes, and then we think that we taste it and say, this is perfect. But then there are days where probably the same thing does not taste that perfect. That doesn't mean that I am imperfect. It's just that certain things didn't go as per plan. Certain ingredients were not there. The temperature was not right. That affected the taste and quality of that dish. So now the investigation starts. Why this dish has become imperfect? So that's how the internal investigation also needs to start. And we have been given the choice. Now we have, like with this book and with the knowledge that we have in today's time, like in the times we are living, we have all the choice, and we have the choice to align ourselves with the source, or we can create something which is different. But that would not take my sovereignty away. We'll still be the creator. If we create something different apart from God's qualities, I'll still be the creator. But the experience of it will be separation, an illusion. There is a very powerful line here, that in a very real sense, the world you create by your own thoughts is an illusion. So it implies that as long as we are not aligned completely with our God qualities, we will be always living in illusion. It will keep us away from the experience of that thought in which God created us, or that plan which God has planned for us. So we will always live in some kind of illusion and separation. So if we create something, we might get momentary happiness, joy, we might get a little money also, abundance also, but that will all change. Our reality is changing every day. Our thoughts, our feelings, our actions are changing every day. Yesterday we liked doing something, today we don't like it. Yesterday we thought like that, and thoughts keep changing. So this will keep on happening. But what doesn't change is the truth. The thought is truth, says. So there is something which doesn't change. And it doesn't change because truth is only one. For creation, we need two. So that's why when we are with that truth, with that permanence, then it will never give us poverty. It will never have mistakes. It will never have sadness. If we are one with that truth, then we will just experience truth, what experience the truth will give us. So that's how we need to understand this chapter more deeply, little more deeply. And so we are in this chapter are basically looking at our thoughts, right? So it is a very deep thing and many things can be perceived out of each line. But let's focus on the exercise part of it, is that we have to see the content of our mind, our thoughts, what kind of thoughts are coming. And we can go in the past, we can go to that event and see what thoughts could have created those experiences. So it's not only the work of 1 hour. Any time in the day, if you're reminded of something, just go and write down in the notebook. It doesn't have to be in this state. It can come because now you have put a question out there. So the answer can come anytime. So it depends on how aware you are to catch that thought. So that kind of awareness we need to have the whole day. Like there are some examples here that you can pretty much tell what your thoughts are by looking at your creations. If you are in debt and are afraid of the poor house, you have thoughts of lack and fail to realize the abundance in God's thought. So this is how slowly we have to just write down those thoughts. The work we will do later of correction. So that's all for the summary for today. I hope some doubts have been cleared. And let's get into meditation. And then, yes, I think Shailesh, you want to add something?
You say, thank you. First thing, thank you so much for what you just said. You actually created a churning in my head. Such a beautiful opening you gave today. For creation, we need to. Everybody should think about this thing, because this is the primary understanding and realization of God. Understand this thing. Go deep into this and think about this. For creation, we need two: creation and the creator. Right? If you understand this in depth, you will understand what is God. I will leave it at that. Each one of us have to go deep into this.
And we all know about it. Also, we are all creators. And also, I love the way you put the truth, that it is not changing because it is one. There's only one truth. So
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. It's just a lot of reading, lot of introspection also. So a lot of things that we have learned over the years. I mean, it's getting more clear through this chapter. So So let's get ready for practice, I think. First of all, prepare a pen and paper, because it's a practice where we need to write our thoughts. So in case you get any thoughts, you have the pen and paper beside you. And we can open our eyes any moment during the process to write our thoughts. You don't have to wait for my prompt. If you get aware of your thoughts, just write it down. So just adjust your lighting, your sitting posture. Just be comfortable. Make sure your sitting posture is comfortable, then it'll be more stable. And it will be more effortless. You wouldn't need to change it again and again. Let's close our eyes. Just connect with your breath. Leaving all the noise. Just set your intention for today's practice. That we need to know from our higher self about the nature of my mind. The nature of my thinking. And accepting that this is what makes me. This is what makes me different from everyone else. But also knowing that I'm one with the source. I'm one with everything. My true nature exists beyond all these thoughts, beyond all these feelings, beyond this body, beyond this mind. We are not just what we think we are. Or what we have been brought up to believe as we are. But when we close our eyes, and dive deep into this ocean. We discover peace, silence, right here in the depth of the self. You will discover great calmness. It is a discovery because it has always been there. It has never left you. So just stay as you are, simply paying attention to your breath and the silence that comes with it, the calmness that comes with it, making you more still, centering you more and more into your being. Just for this short time, put aside whatever roles you play, whatever self-description that you may have, all your ideas about life. Just put them in a cupboard. Or just leave them outside the door. Leave everything for now. So that you become very, very empty. Being aware of your state, that how those perceptions, those thoughts, all the information, attachments, all the knowledge, everything is just going out of you, making you empty, all the thoughts, all the feelings. Looking at them like a witness, watching them go away. Watch your body becoming still. Watch your mind drifting into this space of silence. And this has always been inside you, never left you. With each breath, you're feeling light, more spacious. Just go along with this feeling. You are not waiting for something to happen. It is happening because it's always there. Just have to move inwards, empty yourself. Some thoughts may come, some fear may come, but it is nothing at all. Because nothing is being thrown away or taken from you. You are just cleansing yourself. Cleansing to make space to feel all the God qualities. All the thoughts, any ideas, just sweep them aside Just the intention that you are leaving everything aside to be one with God, to experience this union. Is a great progress. Feel like the sky, unchanging, unaffected by any of the thoughts. You're not creating anything now, not imagining anything now. Just being aware of your state in the most effortless and natural way. Once you feel the state of peace, calmness, it feels like I am made in the image of God. What I feel is peace. What I feel is gentleness. I am peace. I am gentleness. God is love. I am love. God is perfect. I am perfect. This is you, without any projections of the mind, any descriptions of the mind. This is your real self, your true nature. Thoughts may be coming still, but you are unaffected by that traffic. Totally experience being, at the same time being aware of everything arising in me. Witnessing every thought, every passing sensation, watching the content of my mind without any judgments, without any labels. Let's ask our higher self for a signal here. If we are with the feeling of love, calmness, peacefulness, that is very much our signal. To proceed, to know about the nature of my mind. You are unified with your whole self. You've always been unified. But God has made me a sovereign creator of all my experiences. I want to experience through my creations all the experiences of my unified state. And for that, I'm ready to look at my creations. Take a deeper look. Where my thinking went the other way. So ask your higher self with the name you have for it. My dear higher self, reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. What thoughts limited me from creating the experiences of abundance, experience of peace, love, joy? Ask whatever you want to know. And whatever comes to you, just write on a pen and paper. Just note down your thoughts. Go deeper into your belief systems. Look for the thoughts that limit you, limit your capabilities. You are perfect. What thoughts make you feel imperfect? You are love. What thoughts make you feel unloved? Makes you feel less than love? Your personal space, your personal diary. Just let your heart flow. You are peace. What thoughts gives you the experience of less than peace? It's not peace. Keep asking yourself. Keep getting the answers. You are non-judgmental. That's how the Creator has created you. What thoughts give rise to that judgment? This is just an observation of our mind. Observation of the ocean, where the waves come from. thoughts may come just to tell you what is hindering your creation. If there is some experience that you created in the past or is happening currently, you can ask your higher self, "Dear higher self, tell me the thoughts that have given me this experience." Deep down in our subconscious, there might be a thought like, "You should never trust this kind of people." Or thoughts like, "Family always betrays." Deep down. That thought might not be your own, might have been passed by a person who experienced betrayal. Remember to not identify yourself with any thought. You are the silent witness. You are still with your higher self, fully unified in this energy of love, lovingly watching your thoughts. Think of those people who have been in your life. They have only reacted or acted as you created them with your thoughts. Bring their faces, bring their names in front of you and say, I send you love from my heart. And I forgive you, knowing it is impossible for you to infringe on my perfection. With this, we clear our old ways of thinking. We give space for new creation. We give space for those experiences which God has planned for us. Send love to each, to all, to everyone in this creation. We are created in love, to experience love and to give love. Feel this love going all around you, radiating from your beautiful heart, from the space of God. Realizing the beauty of forgiveness, realizing that life is just forgiving love. Give love to your higher self. Say thanks to all the masters helping in this journey. They realized their unity and they are inspiring us, encouraging us to realize our own feel the love of Mahavatar Babaji flowing into you. Only intention of all our masters, only intention of God is to make us realize our true nature. Feel this love in your aura. Send love and light to everything in your aura. And say, I close my aura to all except my higher self. God has given us the free will to paint this canvas any way we want. Every day we have a blank canvas. We can choose to draw black clouds or we can make the sunshine. Choose to use all the colors or just use black and white. Every day, create a memory of joy and blissfulness. If we just follow our heart, our life becomes a masterpiece. The kind of life which the Creator has planned for us in its thought. Let's come out with the intention to be more aware of our mind, our thoughts, our creations. And align ourselves each day with the thought of God. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly coming back. Wriggle your toes. You can keep your palms on top of your eyes and open your eyes beneath it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Gently, slowly coming out of the meditation. Thank you, Masters. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nehaji. Thank you for this beautiful meditation. I can only say wow. So much came. Today, after 6 months, I made notes in my notebook. I have not been making notes in between, although there's a lot coming, but I did not make notes. Today, I had absolute, I was pushed from within, make note of this. So, the thoughts that came during the meditation, amazing. Just before the meditation, we started with that thing, right?
Yes.
That about the creator and creation. And I probably said that we are going towards knowing God, right? Something like that. And I got a correction to my thought during the meditation. This is how beautiful this practice is, you know? And so let me share that with everyone here.
Yes,
That
sure.
what I got today, I will just share this. What is the meaning of word realization? Realization means knowing the reality, right? Realization means knowing the reality. And what is knowing the reality means, if you know the mind, knowing the reality is coming out of illusion. You cannot know reality unless you come out of the illusion created by the mind. Right? So, we cannot know God. We can only realize God. This is the understanding that I got today. Because we are made in the image of God, self-realization is God realization. Let this thing let this thing sink within. Self-realization is God realization. So, what is the most important project for each one of us now? Know your mind. Once you know your mind, you will know the illusion, and once you know the illusion, you will be able to come out of it. And when you come out of it, you will know who you are. Self-realization. And that is God realization. You will know what God is. This is what came through today during the meditation for me. I am so happy. Beautiful, simple equation. So I hope it makes sense to some of you.
Beautiful realization. And also, it is so easy. If we know our mind, then we know that we are being aware of the mind also. So we are the awareness which is watching the mind. So now how do we realize this absolute awareness? For that, we need to know the mind. We need to have two things again. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
so that also kind of came to me yesterday while I was writing notes. That's why there is two, to create that kind of thing, so
And
interesting.
see how beautiful the whole thing is, like the purpose of the mind, creation of the mind, and the illusion created by the mind, and the need for two. All that leads us back to knowing the one,
Yes.
the truth. Truth is only one, you said, right? Today you said truth is only one. And knowing the one, to know the one, you need two. Such a lovely thing. Oh my God. Excellent. Thank you.
And lot of thoughts came to me also. I also made a couple of notes today, actually, while writing only, because I was prompting, what experiences have made me, think less than love, less than uh, that non-judgmental part. So it was coming very easily when I went there and took a cue from there. It was coming very easily to me. So that helped me. So I thought, let me just say it as well.
Yeah. This
Yes.
is the process of self-realization. Seeing our own reality. Right? In reality, who am I? Right? That is what is important. And then slowly, when you will start with who am I, and then slowly it will move into the domain of what am I. My goodness, this is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. So let's encourage everyone to ask what they want to know. What would you like to know or about this chapter? In this chapter is about correcting thoughts, right? So first of all, we have to, this is part of self-realization. You can correct the thoughts only when you know there is something wrong there, right? And what is wrong? And that's the list we are preparing. In this week, we are preparing a list of thoughts which are giving us these experiences which do not align with God's qualities. That's the list we are preparing. And through that list, we will know where is my illusion, my mind, where does it reside, what does it look for, what does it think, right? That is self-realization. Knowing our own reality. Don't analyze anything. Accept it as it is, right? This is who I am. That is realization. It's not not what I want to be. I want to be ideal, right? The ideal person. Rama, the ideal person. No, that is I want to be. It is not real. It is a fantasy. Real is me, who I am, and that my mind, when I start describing my thoughts, I describe my mind. And when I describe my mind, I begin to see a picture of myself, the real me. So, slowly and gradually, that illusion is going to fade away. Well, okay, this is the illusion in which I am living, right? That's the process. So, this week's list of thoughts is going to be very important for our journey, onward journey. So, please do not shy away from making notes. during this week. And the thoughts will come either during meditation or even beyond. During the day, you may get thoughts. Make note. That's going to really open up, give you a very good picture of your illusion, your mind. Yes.
That's what I also reminded, that it can come anytime during the day. Because it's not only that we sit in silence that our higher mind is at work. It is at work all the time. So just be aware. And that's what we are learning through this process, is to be aware throughout our day, throughout whatever we are doing, wherever we are. So I
Good.
think there are questions here.
Yes. Yes, Geeta ji.
Thank you, Nehaji. Beautiful meditation today. And thank you, Shailesh ji and Preeti ji also for keep sharing answers of our questions. And so I was pretty busy last 2-3 days. Like I was not able to read, and also some health problems and office work and lot of stuff. But from yesterday, like I started reading the chapter, and today I get a chance to practice in the live session. So I did not get like any thoughts. Like that is my problem from the starting. Like when during the meditation, I don't get thoughts because maybe uh, I'm more like, okay, I should get a thought. I should get a thought, and I get, I think, so much attached to that, and I don't get thoughts at that time. So maybe as you are saying, like maybe during the day I will get the thoughts, and I need to be more aware. Uh, but I just wanted you to elaborate on like what kind of questions like I should uh, ask for the thoughts. Can you please explain a little bit more? For example, if I'm getting dizzy, should I get like, okay, I have this leg pain from last 1 year and I'm on steroids and I tried everything, still that heel pain is not going. So should I ask like, um, what are the thoughts which are causing these? Uh, like,
Yes, it's written in this chapter itself. It is written, right? The practice where where Babaji has described the practice. The first part is we are asking in our quiet period. We are asking, please tell me about the thoughts which are incorrect, right? But then in the second part, during the day, right, you can keep asking this question. When you come through an experience, you can ask always, what are those thoughts which gave me this experience? So pain is an experience. So what are my thoughts that are giving me this experience? You can always ask that question, right? So it's like the content of the paragraph is more generic, right? It's not just related to health, it can be any other experience too, right? So we can always ask our higher self, well, okay, tell me what thoughts that I have are causing this experience for me. Because I am very certain that my thoughts are giving me my experience,
yeah.
right? So tell me which ones. That's how you will get the thoughts. And then do not get fixated on I should get thoughts. Should word is a very bad word.
Yeah,
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 you
yeah,
understand? When you think about it, you will know. That should word forces things upon us, and nature never forces anything, right? So we do not have to force ourselves on anything. Allow, just be curious. Okay, let me see what thoughts will come now. Just be curious and open, right? Whenever you get a thought, make a note without analyzing. I mean, the basic analysis that will start is this thought related to my question? No.
Or like, is this thought my mind is creating, I am thinking it, or it is coming from my higher self?
All your thoughts will come through the mind only. There is no other way.
Yeah,
So,
no.
so this exercise of being doubtful about whether it's from the mind or is it from my higher self, that basic doubt we eliminated in an earlier chapter. You remember when we established um, in that chapter when we were looking for universal truth,
Yeah.
right? That's where we distinguished between the two, right? We tuned into the channel of higher self versus the chatter of the mind. That distinction you should already have. That's why we said those are stepping stones. We have to practice those things and be able to identify the difference. Now, to make it easy for you, whenever you get a thought, right, when it comes from the mind, it will never be one thought, it will be multiple on the same subject. Mind will always analyze and create options.
Mm-hmm.
Either this or this. What about this? What about that? This is mind. When it comes from the higher self, it is just one statement. And when that statement comes, you will not have doubts. That is higher self, guaranteed. When it comes from the
But at
higher
the
self,
same time,
you won't have doubts in the mind.
yeah.
Actually, the problem
At the
from
same time, Geetaji, I mean, let me add here also, the higher self message, as well as if it is coming from your conscious mind, if you are outrightly, you are knowing that, okay, I need to correct this, then there is no question also, right? We want to look upon all that thought, whether conscious or the message from higher self. Definitely, it is the way to identify the message from higher self. But even if my conscious mind is complaining all the time, I don't have to ask my higher self. I am aware of that. So
yeah,
that awareness is, and
yeah,
also if you feel you are like when you are watching your thoughts, you are not getting thoughts, just put a little loving word there and ask the same thing, that give me the thought I have created this beautiful experience. You can counterput the things. If you see, like, if you are putting yourself into that naughty list, and then that is why you're not expressing yourself fully, just try to do the other way also. Just allow yourself to open up that bundle of thoughts you have.
for me, like for all of these chapters which we have gone through so far, related to the higher self, like those kind of like getting physical signals and all that are easy for me, I get those. But whenever there is like something coming via the thoughts, not that one is difficult for me. That one, I struggle, like, yeah, thought part is struggling for me, but physical signals or physical anything we are getting, that is easy for me.
Daytime you watch, you will get your thoughts, and during the practice also, it will get better. The more you allow yourself to be who you are, you will see the beauty of it. Like today, a lot is being said, and it will put you in that space where you appreciate yourself just the way you are.
Yeah, we'll try all these suggestions. Thank
Also,
you.
you said too, I was too busy and I was also sick. So you can put the same question also, like why I was too busy. Health is one part of it. And then why I created this experience, that I was so busy that I could not do my unified practice.
It
It is
was,
important for me to
yeah,
recognize.
actually, I know that because I usually work remotely, but for 2 days, all teams from all over US came here, and we were like from morning to the late night. We were there in the office, and then I was so tired. I
Outside,
energy.
yeah, our situation, we also create in our mind only.
Yeah.
What situation comes at what time, we put that thing in our mind, and that's how it happens.
Yeah. No,
So
I
you will dig, and then you will find. Today we are talking a lot on mind, and just knowing a little bit, it will open a little bit more.
I was thinking like for forgiveness chapter we gave 2 weeks. Why didn't it came in the second week of forgiveness when I was quite confident about that and I was doing very well? Why these meetings did not came that? Why it came in this new chapter only? So yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I just
Geeta.
have to add to Geeta ji's, how she can watch her mind is that you at least analyze your inner talk, what you are saying to yourself the whole day. That we are affirming in a way. We are not using these affirmations, but apart from that, we are affirming some things. Automatically, we are doing that. That I'm always in pain. This pain will never go away. This pain is after me. So those kind of thoughts. So then you get hold of them and then you kind of change them. So just analyze your inner talk, whatever you are saying, in your daily usual work, you are saying this and you don't realize it. So just get hold of those thoughts.
So for that,
Lot
that
of self-rejection, like the word we use, because we start looking at ourselves, then a lot of rejection comes, that a lot of complaints, a lot of, that dissatisfaction, those kind of thoughts comes. But they are all unnecessary. I mean,
So for the physical pain, I had one more question. Like we say, we don't pay. You should not pay attention to whatever pain is there. Not think about it. But another way was like, for example, for the leg pain, to relieve it, like I need to do massage. I need to put in the warm water, leg in the warm water. I need to take medication on the time. So since I have to follow this step throughout the day, I'm not able to get rid of that thought of pain because I have to take some steps also to so how to think differently about it when we have to do these steps also to make it better. So we are constantly thinking, okay, to get rid of this I need to do this.
So, by constantly trying to get rid of the pain, you are attached to the pain.
Hmm. But shall I say I need to like take the medication also. I need to remind myself like I need to massage. I need to do
Yes,
this.
that is okay.
Hmm.
But all that can be oriented towards better health. You're thinking, I am talking about the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Your awareness should be on becoming healthy. Right? So for my better health, I want to do these things. I'm doing it for my better health.
Oh, not stick to that heel pain.
No, pain
Mm.
is a sensation, right? Pain is a sensation and mind delivers that sensation to you. Body is a creation of the mind. Remember this thing. We don't realize this. Body is a creation of the mind and mind controls it.
Okay.
Anything happening in your body. Why is your heel in pain? It is demanding your awareness to be there. It is asking for your awareness to go to something. Now you got to discover that something. What
Mm.
is that something that my heel is asking me to look at? So do it almost, it is, think of it like a nagging child. The child is constantly crying and saying, mama, 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 right? And not telling you what the child wants, but it's just crying. Now, as a mother, you would know when my child cries like this, I know either he is hungry or he wants to go to sleep or he's tired or he has fought with his friends, whatever. You would know, right? This is what your higher self will know why your heel is in pain. So ask the higher self, well, okay, tell me what is happening there. Why, what thoughts are taking me into that experience, right? So that is the process. In this week, we are learning that process. And understanding that your body is creation of the mind will help you not go into suffering from the pain. Pain is a real thing. Body's reaction to something happening inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that reaction of the body is real. but how that pain is treated by you is your suffering. When you say, I don't want it, it will give you suffering. When you say, okay, my body is telling me something, let me look at it. That is coming from the space of love. Then the pain is not going to give you suffering. Suffering is our choice. We make that choice. Pain is real. What am I doing to the pain? Is just like a trigger, right? With that trigger, what am I doing? Right? Somebody abuses me. That is a trigger. What am I doing with that? How am I reacting to that situation? That will either cause suffering or cause a beautiful learning.
Yeah.
That's the difference in the way I react to that impetus, that input. Right?
So like this heel pain, what it is telling me, that I will, like what I maybe in my physical life, what I need to work on or improve, that I will get from my higher self, you are saying.
Thoughts. What thoughts? Your thoughts are creating your reality. So which are the thoughts that are creating the pain?
Okay.
That's what, yeah? Yeah. So you just gave an example that for 2 days I was busy.
Mm-hmm.
Now go back in time and think about the first time when you received that email which told you that such on these 2 days we are going to have this whatever conference where you got to be present. When you first got that message, what happened in your mind? You could have had several kinds of thoughts that would arise after reading the email. Oh, that's a fantastic opportunity for me to go and meet so many people. This could be one type of thought. Other thought could be, oh my God, I will have to go to the office.
No, actually, what happened, like why our company is taken over by some other company, and the CEO visited, and I was the one who suggested that we should meet in person. From remote, we are not in touch. And then, like, I was interested in meeting everyone in person. I was looking forward for that.
Correct. So, if within you, what kind of thoughts created that, and you were able to manifest your thought, right? You were the one who made a suggestion and it actually manifested.
Yeah.
Now, when the manifestation happened, did you accept it or not?
I accepted it, but I said, like, why didn't it come on the second week of forgiveness session? Why it came when new chapter started?
Right. So within you, you had contradiction.
Yeah.
You accepted conditionally.
Yeah.
Right? So understanding where your awareness is taking you, it will help you experience the same thing. So your time was 24 hours every day, right? And your demand on your presence was for so many hours you had to be away from home in the office. Right?
Yeah.
These are two very real things. Okay? How you reacted to this situation would determine your experience. Okay? Right? Because you were not fully there. You were thinking, well, okay, in this week only, why did it have to happen?
Yeah.
Right? So your mind was taking you elsewhere and your physicality was elsewhere. These two were in opposition and you suffered. Right?
Yeah.
This is how things happen. Our own thoughts, if you just analyze your thought, you will know. Very
Yeah.
quickly, you will know where this whole thing is going.
It's interesting. Like,
Being aware of the thoughts is important.
yeah. Okay. Thank you, Salishi, for the different perspective and you know how we can look at these things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
these are the things we think your attention was purely on your health, but also the other part is like, why I'm fully occupied. I don't want to be that way. I want to do my practice. I want to do work. I want to be with everybody in my family. The balance is gone. Why? So
Yeah.
there's a thought process. Look at it. take easy things where you are not attaching your ego. You will see better clearly. Do it fun way. If you are very much serious about life, you have mentioned, so things won't come to you easily. You'll have to, take that glasses of love to see. So taking care of the body, which is healthy, which is sick, we have two mind. But just bring one mind there, that I lovingly take care of all my needs and put love, everything, all the medicine. Massaging my body is not something that a sick person must do. Massaging my body is part of my love to my body, taking care of my body. So in that, with that thought also, you can take care of all that you need to take care in way of your recovery.
Yeah, that's really a very like eye-opening kind of realization. Like how we usually think of, we are sick, that's why we need to. I have this thing, so that's why I need to do blah blah steps to take care of this. But yeah, that is another thing. Like, okay, I love my body and I am healthy and I want to stay healthy, so that's why let me do these
Health, we
steps.
have one whole week, so you will get that there. For now, just this much is enough. And also, whenever you have this deadly thought that, I'm going to get cancer, or, that kind of extreme negative, destructive thought, then that time you just say that, I saw people healing themselves by correcting their thought. I can also do it. Put that conversation, and what is blocking me to accept that? See that little baby inside you, and talk, converse. That's the fun way to be with yourself.
Oh, thank you.
During this week, we all have to be focused on what part of it, not why. When there is a thought, what is it that is causing me this experience? Make a note. Just make a note. Just make a note. No further analysis. Why is this happening? Will be done later on. Babaji is going to show us another such a beautiful way of answering the why without questioning the why. You see, this is how beautiful this whole thing is. You will see it, how smoothly we go through a transition. So just be patient. It will happen, right?
Thank
Why
you.
Just
we take answer one question, it is helpful to all. Many people might have the same question, and then giving a different perspective brings something to us that works for me. Sandhya ji, sorry for keeping you on hold for long. Are you still there? You want to talk?
She left. She had something.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay. Good.
In chat, is our higher self part of us or part of my thought that I created? Mamtaji's question, Shailesh, you want to talk?
Our higher self is who we are. If you have not known your higher self till now, go back to chapter 1. This question is very important to know. Higher self is nobody else but me. My total existence, my infinite existence is called higher self. So for that to be your awareness, you have to first of all agree that I am more than this body. When you agree on that internally to yourself, that I am more than this body, then who is that more? What is that more? That is my higher self.
We are part of higher self, actually, in this
And
part. We
and
can
as far
actuate higher self.
and as far as thoughts are concerned, thoughts is the method by which higher self communicates with us. Right? Because we are inside the mind. The body is inside the mind. Think of it like that. Just from physical perspective, the body is inside the mind and mind is inside the total existence. So for total existence to talk to the body, it has to go through the mind, and the process is thoughts. If you think like that, then yes, everything is delivered to us. Our intelligence listens to thoughts only. Okay, I hope I've answered that part. Mamta ji had one more question up top somewhere. If you would want to discuss something, you can raise your hand and then we can answer your questions. Can you please explain what part again? That part again, please. We need
You can
to.
check the YouTube
Yeah,
recording,
yeah. Please go back into the recording and listen to that.
because sometimes it's master's word, and then when you hear in totality, you understand.
Yes, yeah. Context will be lost otherwise, right? Okay. So let's listen to Sheelam ji.
I'm sorry, actually today my internet connection was breaking. So today it's recorded.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Even now your voice is breaking up.
Today's the talk of Neha ji, initial explanation about the today's lesson, and then the meditation. Is it available on the YouTube?
Yes, yes. It's all there. It's all there. Yeah.
Okay.
In the invitation for today, there is a YouTube live link there. If you
Oh,
click on the link, you will be able to access on
okay.
YouTube. Yes.
I just want a clarification.
Yeah.
Is subconscious and my higher self the same?
Subconscious is a part of higher self. Yes.
Okay, because they say that at a young age, the subconscious was told, the masters are trying to guide you. And as we don't try to listen to the guidance, then slowly the subconscious gets sealed off. And means there's no use telling, because the child has learned to take its own decision. So then it moves on only in conscious level. So that was my understanding. So
It's not that way. A subconscious is mind.
yeah.
It's a part of the mind. So one aspect of the mind is the conscious mind, which deals with currently happening things around us. Subconscious is that part of the mind which stores the knowledge and experiences. Okay? Now, subconscious simply receives and delivers to the conscious mind when the conscious mind requests information. So, for example, right now I want to drive the car. Okay?
Yeah.
Now my conscious mind says, okay, go open the door of the car, go sit inside. That's a routine, right? You sit inside, press that button to start the car, whatever, all those steps. My
Yeah.
conscious mind has already written a program through repetitive practices inside the subconscious mind. When this thought comes of driving the car, this program needs to run. So at that time, subconscious delivers the actions. Subconscious runs our automated routines, which have been embedded in the subconscious through repetitive practice. So the other example like that, which I would again give related to unified, is sending love. We are repeatedly sending love, right? We keep on telling send love throughout the day. What are we doing? It's essentially, anytime we do repetition, that means we are reprogramming the mind. Which mind? The subconscious. This is the easiest way of programming the subconscious mind. Repetition, right? So say, for example, look at your childhood. In your childhood, in the very small classes when you were,
Yeah.
you were taught the tables. Table of 2, table of 3, table of 4, right?
Yeah.
Right now, in your sleep also, if somebody asks, what is 2 4s are? You won't hesitate. Like, it will come out like an automated response. How? Because you repeatedly gave that information to your subconscious. That's how we remember the tables. There is no other way of remembering the tables. By repetition, we remember the tables, right? They get embedded. Likewise, there will be other experiences. Say, for example, some prayers in your childhood, some songs from your childhood. The lyrics will all be embedded inside you because
Yeah.
you loved it so much, you accepted it, and you imbibed it. Right? That's how experiences are stored in the subconscious. And they can be retrieved at will using the conscious mind route or automated route. Conscious mind also actually triggers the signal for the automated program to run.
So the higher self has no role.
Higher self is constantly watching this game happening between conscious and subconscious. It's watching. Now, if higher self has to intervene somewhere or give you a message or whatever, you ask a question of higher self, he has to answer. Then what will happen? That message will come through the mind only, through conscious mind, through a thought. And if some experience relevant to that thought has to be taken from the subconscious, that will come too together with it.
No, yesterday when says, and God is
Shilamji, I couldn't hear your last thing. It's breaking up.
so, I mean, the book says God is thought and He creates. Similarly, we have thoughts and we create. And now I didn't understand what do every individual we are creating, what we create.
Where is that creation? Think about it. What each one of us is. Let me give you an example here again. You are looking at a tree in front of you.
Yeah.
Tree is reality. It's a physical reality. It exists, right? Now, when you look at the tree, you will start generating thoughts. Wow, what a beautiful tree it is. It's so green. It is giving a shadow. It has got those little tiny flowers beneath the shadow, and it is giving shelter to so many other plants. There are birds on the tree. Now, this is thought and an image of the tree created inside your mind.
Yeah.
All the thoughts are in the mind, right? So that very tree, the one which is physical, it is not telling you anything. It is just standing there in the sun the way it is. Our mind is interpreting that information beyond what the tree is. That is the mind. That is my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. And I experience the tree using my thoughts.
So your creation is experiencing the tree, you mean?
Yes. So you are creating that experience by your thoughts. How beautiful that tree is. That's an experience, right?
No,
What a
because
simple example, but it's eye-opening, like everything that we see outside, everything.
Yes. And
Your
the
family.
same, when I see the same tree and you see the same tree, there will be two different experiences created.
And when Buddha sees the tree.
Exactly. So that's why we say whatever number of people exist in this globe, on this planet, that many worlds exist. That is what is called illusion, right? All this is in my mind only, right? All the description of the tree that I created just now is in my mind only.
so it's a creation, you mean?
It is my creation in my mind, and it is my illusion. In reality, it's just one tree standing there in the sun, happily dancing in the wind, in the breeze. That's it. It's just standing there.
Another question is, all of us are created as an image of love, as image of God, and which is love. Okay. Now, as yesterday we were discussing, like till the age of 7, we are absolutely innocent. We are in full love, and we have nothing called negativism. Till gradually, as we grow and encounter the world's activities which we embed, right?
Till the age of 7, our subconscious is open,
Yeah.
and it keeps accepting whatever is being fed to it,
Okay.
right, from
No.
the environment, right? It simply receives and accepts, right? It doesn't analyze, it doesn't challenge, it doesn't reject. It's open, right? After the age of 7, the subconscious starts shutting down. Shutting down, why? Shutting down for receiving more information, right? Till the age of 7, repetition is also not required. It simply receives. After the age of 7, if you want to reprogram something, you got to do things. You got to do much more effort through repetition to reprogram something. Till the age of 7, it simply accepts. Why? Because it has to create the shellage, Shellage is nothing else but a sum total of that subconscious mind, the characteristics of the subconscious mind.
Okay.
Right?
Now, when you come to birth, sometimes we say, we carry on the karmic or the this thing
Wisdom.
of the
Wisdom
past,
of the past.
wisdom
Yes.
of the past birth. Now, where that is in the subconscious level?
Yes, it is one of the parts of subconscious. Yeah,
Because
the very depth of the subconscious
we say
is.
some children are
Most
prodigy,
probably.
they can recite the Vedas at a very young age, or they
Hmm.
can play an instrumental which really a normal that age child can't really play. So this is all the baggage which it brings from the past birth in the deep subconscious.
You can think of it more like they are able to access the knowledge available universally. There
But
is
at that,
knowledge available to you and me and to everyone universally, like Vedas, for example, right? Those kind of things exist as a piece of knowledge in the universal, call it universal computer. In the Babaji also called it somewhere in this chapter, right? In one of the chapters. So that universal computer has all the knowledge. The totality of knowledge exists there. I can tune into it. Now in this chapter we are learning, I am part of that one very thought which created everything. So I have access to everything in the computer. I can tune into that knowledge and access it. So that child, we do not know how that could have happened. I can only imagine one thing, that, for example, that child saw somebody reciting and got this idea, well, can I not do it? Right?
but
And
it's
that
still
thought would have connected the child to that piece of knowledge.
now children
And
of the same parents who are exposed to the same thing. Only one of the child will have that sort of, don't you think?
no, but each child's desires are different. Their inner desires would be different. Some child will be fascinated by the recitation of Vedas. Other child will say, what nonsense is this? I can't even understand what this is talking. They will have different views. So one of the children could, for the rest of their life, will say, I will never touch Vedas. That
We
also
are
will
all
happen, right?
unique. It applies to kids also.
Yes, absolutely. So accessing that knowledge, so child prodigies are children who are carrying that desire to excel in some area,
At that
and
young age.
in that age itself, if that thing is opening up for them, they would be connected to that knowledge and they will be able to perform that way. Those skills will automatically be there, right? And they can perform. We today, because of the social media, we are able to see all those child prodigies in the system here, right? They did exist in the past also. It's not that they were not there. They
Yeah.
existed always. We just did not know. Today there is so much information flowing that now we have the knowledge of existence of such of those people, right? They always existed, right? They say, for example, knowledge about enlightened masters. Today it's so much easier to know, okay, this guy seems enlightened, that guy seems enlightened, he's so well read, all those things, because media is able to bring that communication to us. In the past, they were all hidden gems. They quietly came and quietly left. They influenced their nearby, whoever was nearby, they got influenced. Today, the reach of the influence is much wider. Okay?
Okay, thanks, Shailaji.
Thank you. All right. We are just past 2 hours. So if there is any more question we can take, otherwise we can conclude the session for today.
There's a
We are
question.
watching our thought closely when we realize that duality of observer and observed, that awareness itself subsides the influx of thoughts. Your question is very complex for me to understand. If you could just...
What I read many times, and I could what I understand from this, that when I keep looking at my thoughts, and then I find myself in the loop of thought, and then surge of thought, and then I feel I'm going back in my past and living in the past. That's what it means.
if
So
we
why are we?
analyze...
Do we have Vishalji? Yes. Yeah, Vishalji, you want to talk? Is my understanding correct?
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
We can hear you, yes. After good evening, I think you are breaking.
So it so occurred to me that
Your voice is breaking.
can you hear me now?
Can you please speak again?
Vishalji, your connection is very,
So
very poor. Your network is showing red color here. So your network bandwidth is very poor.
I'm sorry. So I can ask this.
Let me try and read your
I will put
question.
in the chat. Is my understanding of your question correct? Then I will type in the chat. Okay, put it in the chat then. Is my understanding of your question is correct? Yes. Yeah. So by looking at the thoughts in the past, I feel I'm going in the past, living the past. Right?
No. Remembering the knowledge from the past is not going in the past.
So looking at the
Dwelling.
thought, we think that I am
Yeah.
feeling I'm going in the loop of thoughts.
And
The
that is...
vichardhara.
So that is where our awareness needs to be checked. Do I dwell in the thoughts? That means dwelling in the thoughts means re-experiencing the past. That is one thought, one thing, right? The second thing is going into the past, picking up the knowledge, using the knowledge in the present. That is using the knowledge. Like today, Neha ji mentioned this thing, right? The only reason why we have the knowledge of the past is to use that knowledge, the experience, to learn from there. So learning from the past is beautiful because that's our experience. That's my knowledge. I have experienced it in my past. I've experienced and I have acquired that knowledge in practical experience. That's true knowledge. And I will always continue to use it. Nothing wrong with that. But if I go in the past and start dwelling on that experience again and again and again, that means what? I have not yet acquired the knowledge. I have not learned from that knowledge, that piece of experience. That's where we have to be aware. Our awareness should be, why am I going again and again? Right? Why am I going again and again? That's very important for us to know. Okay? I hope this gives you some clarity.
So here, correcting thoughts, right? We are checking what created, what gave me this experience, what thoughts are those that gave me this experience. So we are just listing our thoughts. When you're seeing yourself in loop of thoughts, just write it down, what it brings, what my one thought cause triggers in me. There's a hurt feeling, and then it brings another thought. When you start writing, you will see you will stop at one point, and then those thoughts will vanish. It will not come back again. So healing happens in the present. Whatever has happened also in the past will be healed in the present. We will break that pattern of thinking in the same way because we have had the experience now, and we'll move ahead. You'll see then another kind of thought will come, and then the surrounding will change, and a different situation will be created. Okay, he's satisfied. All right, thank you.
Let's hear Geeta ji.
Atmandan.
Atmandan.
I could not attend the session yesterday live, so I did it through YouTube. But I think that was a blessing because, like you said, Shailesh, yesterday you opened new portals for yourself. And today you have written in your notebook also. I realized that yesterday's stuff was so much. I mean, simply ingesting it. I mean, one will have to ruminate on it. Speaking in Hindi, it will be like normally we hear in sessions. So Shraman, and that has to be followed by Manan, Chintan. So that gave me a chance. I could, because since I was doing it for the first time, I could even go back and then hear it again. I realized that after I have done this 1 week, 7 week in last year's this thing, I have done 3 days of Hindi also. But the yesterday, probably while explaining, you have opened something. I really can't put my finger to it, but thank you so much. Something has opened in me also. This is what I felt. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
But I'll have to go through that recording many number of times before, and maybe I'll have to take some notes too to clarify things, because
yes,
yesterday it was a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks to all the masters who spoke through you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I agree with you 100% on this last sentence. Thanks to all the masters who spoke through me.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just now talked about that thing. Sheelamji was mentioning about child prodigies, right? We were just talking about child prodigy. How could that small kid bring that piece of knowledge, right, in that small age? So there's something like I just mentioned about connecting to that universal computer. So at times, that connection brings that knowledge which you experienced through the session yesterday, and that clicked with you, right? That's how this whole process, this is what I call as realization, coming out of the illusion, right? I have been listening to the same thing so many times, but it never clicked. And
Yes.
one day it suddenly says, oh my God, this is what was the real meaning, right? That is realization. So, yeah, beautiful. I'm happy that some of that knowledge.
Someone also felt a door opening, but I am not able to exactly see what is on the other side. For Sheelamji, like you just mentioned, Sheelamji, sometimes I hear questions and then I start doing my work also. I will say that sometimes our mind distracts us.
Yes.
Too many questions, I think may not be so good. So
No,
this
no,
is
no.
what
It's
I feel.
questions are good.
No, no.
We are
Sir,
in the
no,
mind
I'm
only.
not saying that. See, if we are talking about this part, right? So it's okay. Now, if we go towards child prodigies, right? So it's, I really appreciate what you say, that work on yourself, whatever is happening is for you. I mean, you just keep on working yourself. So how come child prodigy knows this thing? I think everything will become clear if we keep on working on ourselves. This is what I feel. So too many distractions. Probably I'm not a person who can do multitasking or something. But of course, I will not say multitasking, but I'm doing some parallel things too, because I think something in me tells me to do that.
Yeah. There is nothing wrong with questions. We are in the living in the mind. We can't escape from there. We are living in the mind. So mind is, we are basically educating the mind to a level where we can transcend the mind. Right? This is our objective.
Yeah.
And
Like
Babaji
you
is
say, tame
teaching.
and then transcend.
Yeah. Yeah.
After taming, you have to transcend. Huh?
Yeah. And Babaji is giving us those techniques step by step. Right?
Yes.
So when the questions are, I'm watching this thing pretty much like in every session, the questions are very relevant to the opening up of the deeper knowledge of every session. Right? So let's say today's question about the child prodigy was actually meant to open up that knowledge about how do we access universal knowledge. Whether it's a child or not, it doesn't matter. Anybody can access. Once we
Yeah.
are,
I remember last year we did
ah,
some chapters on that also. I remember that.
exactly. Once we
Yes.
open the channel, the
Yes.
flow will start. Right? So Shailesh has
I'll
learned
listen
to
to the
open the
recording
channel.
again.
Yeah.
I listened to the recording again. Probably I could not, because I was not sincerely listening to that. So probably I missed. Won't make the session any longer. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for whatever words came out through you yesterday. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful.
It is so interesting when I watch session on YouTube. Sometimes I feel like unmuting and talking, and then I realize, okay, it's just a recording. It's so difficult. People who follow on YouTube, you have great patience that you can just listen and you can be there. And many people leave their comments also. This is so encouraging. And thanks to all of you. And this is a truly, I mean, it's not happened the first time. I think last couple of days I just left the session early and I watched it later on the YouTube. And then I felt like talking again.
Yeah, it's very good thing that you guys have the questions. I'm so happy because that is active engagement with the subject, right? And active engagement will create the wisdom within. So it's absolutely fantastic. I encourage whatever question, it doesn't matter. No question is small or wrong or anything. All questions are
No, it's
important.
coming at the group level, right? So it's
Yeah,
eye-opening for
yeah,
everybody. How to
yeah.
take care of my pain, how to take care of understanding that is coming. It is a big, vast chapter. Why are we looking at our thoughts?
Yes,
No, people
yes,
used to shut their mind, like close it, hide it, whatever you can think here, you think. And then,
yes.
you see karma and you just talk about the deeds, the action to be done. But we never looked, okay, it's coming from here. Who else is doing? Oh, past karma is coming. It happened, that's why it happened. It is.
I
And the
think the
credit,
question of
the
child prodigy is also an understanding from the last session, because I heard it today. So it was like when Shaileji was telling that, the mind has developed, and now it will go into some other body, because the mind never dies. So, so mind has that capacity to go in any other body and, uh, start from the point it left. So
That's
maybe that mind already, I think that's what Sheelamji is also trying to know, that,
yeah.
the mind left some chapter. It has already learned what it
Actually,
had to learn. And then now in the next life, it is starting from there. So it is
actually,
able to make sense of the learning, make sense of the music that is around.
actually, yesterday when we actually talked, I finished the whole session. I was about to ask something, but then it went on and I had to leave. So I forgot how to, format my question. it was the same how Nehaji exactly explained, because we are always told when we leave this body and we come reincarnate, we carry what we have, at what level we have left. That's, but it comes more. I was wanting to understand, is it that comes more in obvious when we reach after the age of 7, because that knowledge is there, but many times it is not exposed because of the, I think, I mean, as
Yeah. Let me explain this thing. So think of it like when you are saying we reincarnate, who is that we? It's
the soul.
definitely not definitely not the body, right? Body is
Definitely,
gone, right?
of
Body
course,
is
body.
gone.
Yeah,
New body has to come. So
yeah,
that we, when we say we, that is actually the mind. That mind that left one body is now going to come through another body,
yeah.
right? Now that mind, that the when we are in the mind, we think of it more like me, right? But when we say it's the mind, that mind has its own identity, its own
Yeah,
development, its own
yeah.
growth, right? And when it comes through another body, it will start from where it left.
That's exactly what I was trying to ask. Exactly.
Yeah. So
It's that
now,
I was dig on why they became prodigy. That was not a question. Question was where we left last birth when we come. Like we used to call new soul, mature soul, old soul, is
yes.
what the experiences that we have come in this birth. This is how I've been understanding.
The that part is okay. The mind is constantly evolving, right?
Yeah,
And now also remember the funny thing here is that what I mean the paradox part of it. This mind that we are talking about, which is going to take another form or another body. Now think of this mind's connection with the universal mind, which has all the knowledge.
yeah.
So what is it this mind doing to grow? It already has access to all the knowledge. Why does it need to come and grow?
No, no, it has access, but it is not completed that full knowledge. It's not
That
that it's not
is
the full knowledge that it's taking birth. With the full
right.
knowledge, they would have got
So
enlightenment.
correct. So
It,
that universal mind is also constantly growing through the growth of individual minds.
yeah, so
Right? Right.
mind,
So
whichever level they are in, with only aim to reach at the supreme level, I suppose.
yeah, we that what we need to figure out or understand is that why do I limit myself in a specific mind frame? Right? Let's say so, like this mind, Shailish's mind, for example, take it for an example. When Shailish leaves the body, this mind is going to get into another body and start from where it left as Shailish. And next
Yeah,
time it will be born as James somewhere.
huh?
That James will start from where Shailish left,
Yeah,
and now that James journey there could be very different to begin with. It will take a different form. Why? Because if it had to take that knowledge as Shailesh, it would have continued as Shailesh. It needs to change that form to experience something beyond where Shailesh could have experienced, the potential of Shailesh. Right? So that mind is going to start from somewhere else with new circumstances, new experiences, and then at some point start evolving.
yeah, very true.
Right? So that's why those 7 years, first seven
Yeah,
years, is the creation of James. That
yeah,
James will then experience after 7 years. Till 7 years, James is actually not creating experiences, is
yeah.
simply accepting experience.
It's like dormant. It
Mm.
starts working out after the ages
Yes, yes.
with the experiences.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was trying to ask. It was not that I was trying to dig on to prodigy or jumping to
Yes,
something. What
yes. I
this
got
is
it.
very
Yes.
open state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Thank you.
this is my understanding. Please don't take it as gospel. This is just
No,
Shailesh's way of understanding the whole thing, right?
tomorrow I may explain it different also.
Yes. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Shailaji. Thank you so much.
Shailaji. Thank you. All right. Geeta ji, you wanted
Every
to say something more? Mamta ji, can you please put your, raise your hand and speak, because it's difficult for us to understand your questions when they are so big. It'll be easier for everyone to understand. Yes, yes, please.
Namaste ji. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Because I
Yeah.
tried unmuting and it didn't work, so I thought it's easier to put it on chat. So that's why.
Yeah.
My question was, during meditation or when you're in silent period, you at least for me, I get a lot of questions about life, about myself, about anything. Sometimes universe, sometimes random questions that I get. At the same time, I get answers too for it. So, are those answers coming from the state of higher self, or those answers? And those answers make total sense to me. Like, so is it something that I'm receiving from higher self, or is it just my thoughts creating those answers, or being in God's qualities at that state?
So, think about it, that if those answers are coming from within you, or what you're calling as your mind, what is wrong with it? You
What is
already
wrong with it?
Yeah, nothing, there is nothing wrong. If you are getting the answers to your own questions, that means what is happening internally, you are analyzing the deeper aspect of some subject, some topic. You are going deeper, and then within you, you have the wisdom that is answering you. You can call it mind, you can call it higher self, you can call it anything, but your total existence has the answers, right? Your wisdom. And those answers are able to, and you are able to also feel satisfied, which
Yes.
means you have the knowledge, and this answer validated your knowledge perfect, right? So the whole thing, when you are in meditation, you are going deeper into the wisdom that you have, and you are opening the door. You are opening the door by every question. You are opening the door. So your own internal questions are a way of opening your wisdom, and you are doing it perfectly. This is
Okay.
how each one of us should be doing. We actually are doing that way. I always put questions to myself, and then it may not be immediate answers. Some later point in time, I will get an answer. Like today, for example, I got this answer to self-realization today after several months of asking. Why? Because a statement from Nehaji triggered it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have always been thinking about, why do people call self-realization? What is the meaning of that? Today I got the meaning.
So please tell us also.
You were not listening. Wow. Self-realization. So let me read. I made the note of that today during the meditation. We cannot know God. We can only realize God. Because we are made in the image of God, self-realization is God realization. Realization is knowing the reality. What is the meaning of knowing the reality? Coming out of illusion. And where is the illusion? In the mind. So when we understand the mind, we understand the illusion, then we can come out of the illusion of the mind and know our own reality. And once we know our own reality, it's called self-realization. And then, because we know who God is, we are made in the image of God, we also realize what God is. That is God realization.
And realization cannot be transferred.
It has to be realized.
But the
And
realization of
the powerful affirmation here is all knowing intelligence is mine. Do it every night. Do it.
But
Because
the
we have many times it's like, I don't know.
but the
Overnight.
realization that everything is illusion, right? Or realization.
Realization is not cannot be illusion. Realization means coming out of illusion.
Oh, okay.
No, no,
Reality. What is the meaning of? I gave example of the tree. I'm looking at a tree. Tree is real. What is created in my mind is illusion. Looking at the tree, I create many more layers on top of that tree. It's beautiful, it's green in color, it's healthy, it's tall, it's swinging and dancing and whatnot. I add layers to it, and that's me, my illusion of the tree.
But that is what we've been just physically taught, that this structure that stands on earth is called a tree. But maybe from a tree's perspective, talking to another tree, a tree thinks that that is a totally different living being, right? Or it is, I don't know how to explain.
A tree doesn't have a mind. It does.
See, when we gave the example of tree, we also talked how you see, I see, and how Buddha sees the tree.
Ah,
That's the key.
that's
So
where
in
the
coming
difference.
chapter, you know that you can talk to the tree also.
Yes,
And
we
we
can.
have 1 week of exercise doing that.
We have to understand why humans are different from everything else. And what is that difference? Everything else is actually teaching the humans a certain way, right? Like my example goes back to the tree. Let's think about the tree or a mountain for that matter. It is sitting in one place looking at everything happening around it for years and years and years, right? Just watching. It doesn't analyze anything, doesn't add anything to it. It continues to be, just like the sun, just like the moon. The entire nature just is. It doesn't analyze anything. It doesn't say, oh, why did you guys cut so many trees? It doesn't ask you that question ever. Understand that thing. As humans, can we be that way? We are part of the same nature, right? We are just part of the same nature.
Yes, then why do they say like hug a tree, feel the ground, be, all
It's
that's.
connect. It's basically bring your awareness to being part of the nature. Assimilate with nature. Be in harmony with nature. As humans, we have not been harmonious with nature. We have learned to fight the nature, to exploit the nature, right? All those things we have learned to do. Why? Because we are shifting from God qualities.
Okay.
So as we start becoming more harmonious with nature, learning the nature, be bringing our awareness to nature, then what happens? We are slowly and gradually moving towards the God qualities. This is how it's going to help us grow. The more we are aligned with nature, the more we are aligned with God qualities. You will yourself experience it. As the more we do in future chapters, we are going to take more steps toward in that direction. So please just continue with that exercise, the practices, and you will yourself, through your own understanding, you will realize what I am talking about.
Yes. Thank you, Shailesh.
Thank you. Okay, Mamta ji, let's see. Anna ji, you want to ask something? Please unmute yourself. Yeah, thank
I
you.
just wanted to share what I do with the trees. I hug the trees a lot. There are some trees in my neighborhood. I go and hug them. I talk to them. And suppose I'm going to do something. I tell them, I'm going to try this, and I'll come and tell you in the evening what happened. And they're like my best friends. And sometimes so much of our healing, physical pain in my bodies have gone just by talking to them. I tell them, I'm having this pain here, but hugging you, I'm feeling so good, and I think it's going. And by evening, actually, it disappears.
Good. Very
You know,
nice.
so yeah, I just
Yeah.
wanted to share that.
Connecting with nature. And this is a very clear proof that nature is living. It is living being. It exists for a reason. And as sovereign entities, it is for us. The entire nature is created for us. Right? That's the beautiful part of it. And now, as with regard to your association with the trees, hugging the trees, you have an internal framework within you, or a belief system within you, that when I hug the tree, these good things happen. So you are actually manifesting your thoughts. Okay, so that's nothing wrong with that. You are utilizing your own manifestation in a positive way, but in the process you are also thriving on what nature brings for us. Right? Nature brings such beautiful energy for all of us, if only we learned to be with it, or be in harmony with it. We have as human beings, we have a long way to go as a totality, but individually, if we can work on this aspect, we will grow. We will continue to grow. And that is why in our old culture, people worshipped nature, all aspects of nature. They worshipped trees, they worshipped animals, they worshipped air, they worshipped the clouds, they worshipped the moon, the sun, the entirety of the nature. The purpose was to have that mindset of being in harmony with nature. Right? That's the key, actually. Harmony with nature is the ultimate thing we all need to aspire for, or to work towards, because that's the path. So thank
In
you for
today's
sharing
day,
that.
like we are like gratitude and all that, right? So that appreciation for nature, just the way it is, just the way, if it is extremely sunny, if it is extremely cold, if it is extremely windy, well, we don't have to be complaining about it. It's just the way it is expressing and freely expressing itself. We hide masks so much to act differently in different groups, to be approved by other person. So we lose our identity. We open this much and then we shut again. We open this much and then we shut again. We feel like we have to be accepted by somebody on some frames. And that is what nature is teaching, just to be that alert nature. Right? That is the word I got. And when I connected with the waterfall, these very, very profuse, like very much, like showering the mist far, far, far away. And then I was saying, like, how are you like this? I am just like this. Life is to be like this. Just be alert. You don't have to keep thinking, manipulating your true nature. If you feel like expressing just the way you feel like, just do it. And
And think
the
and
very
think.
basic, like, never complain with the nature. Otherwise, we will not learn. There's no other teacher.
Yeah. And it's important that be yourself, right? This is another thing nature is teaching us. Be yourself. A river never tries to become the mountain. It remains a river and remains blissful being the river. Right? In nature, nobody tries to be the other. They all remain who they are by being who they are, whatever they are. Right? And we have to learn that. As humans, we are constantly trying to be like someone, be like others. And in the process, we are nowhere, neither us nor them. We are all unique and special. So that's a very important lesson we need to learn from nature again. Thank you for such beautiful questions and beautiful discussion. Thank you.
See the satisfaction on the face. As the session comes to close, it's like really,
Yes.
Amazing to have these 2 hours. It's like a morning music for me, and then it goes in my ears whole day.
Thank you, Master. So we'll get together again tomorrow, the third session for the English group, and then move from there. Keep your questions ready for tomorrow also. We will continue the discussion on such of these beautiful aspects of our existence. We are just learning from Babaji's messages as to how we can easily and comfortably transition beyond, right? So thank
Also,
you.
share your thoughts in the group, WhatsApp group. Put your thoughts and just also share that when you saw those thoughts, what happened after that? Suppose on day one you saw some thought, did it come again? Did it bother you? Do you want to correct it? Do you aspire for it? No, do you accept the way you are? Just just freely express your thoughts, whatever you went, and then after 2 days, what do you feel? Where you are at? So tomorrow will be the 3 day, third day.
But primarily focus on capturing,
Listing
capturing those thoughts. That's more important. We will get to
for 7
analysis.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and day-to-day work or any topic, if it comes like a male, a female, marriage, children, any topic you take, and then you have a lot of thoughts about it. Just see, you will know a lot of belief systems we have. Just make
So
a note of it, and then the coming chapter will see what to do with that.
one more thought. I will just before ending, I'll just share this thought. It's related to self-realization. And I wrote it in Hindi because I wasn't able to find very good English equivalent of that. So I'm going to say it in Hindi, right? आत्मबोध की अनुपस्थिति ही अज्ञान है. Atmabodh is self-realization. The absence of self-realization is ajnan. That's what I got. I made a note of it. I hope this is going to open up more knowledge, passing on triggers to all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Masters. We will meet tomorrow. Thank you, Nehaji, for this beautiful session.
Thank you,
It's
Nehaji.
it's one step in my enlightenment. Thank you.
You are adding so many steps to our enlightenment, so we should at least contribute to that one step. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
When the
Thank you.
start is so much profound, it just goes to the right direction. So
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
wonderful thing.
I think it's a conscious work. I mean, you have to do it. Even like, no matter how many meditations you have done, whatever processes have you done, you have to make that your life. You can't be sitting in full. That was the realization for me. You cannot be sitting for 5 hours to just be there, And I also shared with Shailesh initially. Also, all these questions all came the first time only. Just now look back at my chats and then I feel, oh my God. So now some of the answers I'm getting, my answers. So that time it was Shaileshji's answer, but now some of the answers I'm getting. So it
Yes.
is
That's
really
where we
very,
want to be, getting our own
yeah,
answers.
yes.
That's
Unified is designed to be 24/7. So if you are doing anything else, just check those hours. What are you doing? Am I still with the love? I'm still with the God qualities.
yes.
What am I doing? Am I aware of my thoughts? Because we cannot escape the world we create here.
Yeah.
मार दिया आज आपने तो. Thank you. Thank you.
Make a diary of these quotations that is coming through this course. And it'll be like a higher self guide.
Yes.
Much more to come there. The more we come to self-acceptance one and this all-knowing intelligence, do it every night, every morning. Remind yourself every time you say, I do not know. Just keep it there inside and then reprogram.